The next question, because I have talked to and engaged with a lot of people over the last 18 hours or so since the game ended. After midnight, college football games take too long. But fans are mad. A lot of them, anyway. You're going to have that subset of people that will defend coach and program regardless. Everything's fine. Oh, it's fine. I mean, if you'd have said before the season they were going to go 8-4, you would have taken it. Everything's totally fine. Kiffin's got a plan. It's all good. You've got those people out there, and then you've got a larger, more rational majority that are kind of fed up. And not so much because they lost the Tax Act Texas Bowl. Losing the Texas Bowl in isolation, whatever. But when it's part of a free fall of 5 of 6 games, and the one win was a close win over a bad Texas A&M team, where competition level did change. That is certainly a part of the equation. But that is not the only reason why Ole Miss lost 5 of 6 games. Not close. Red zone offense, we mentioned before, particularly bad for Ole Miss. If they were better in the red zone, did they beat Alabama? Did they beat Mississippi State? And then there's the Auburn distraction, which is exactly what it was, which was the 3rd year in a row where November was, is Kiffin leaving? Does he want to leave? And now, it's who you hired. It's who he is. It's his personality. I don't think that he should or will ever become the Sam Pittman, build a statue in front of my lake house, give me a non-compete, I'm a hog till I die, boys. I don't think you're ever and should ever get that from your coach. But I was thinking this morning about Shane Beamer at South Carolina. Shane Beamer has a very good job. South Carolina, I think, is on a very similar tier to Ole Miss. It's a good job, great job. Pays a lot of money. You're in the SEC. It's not the pinnacle of the sport. I guarantee you Shane Beamer's got aspirations that extend beyond being the head coach at South Carolina. If one of the college jobs came open, he'd take it. If the NFL came calling, probably go. There's aspirations beyond where he's at. But listen to Shane Beamer talk about South Carolina. And listen to him talk about the job. Remember, right before the season began, there was the video that they released where he took his football team to a parking lot, one of the game day lots. And he made them walk from that lot across campus to the stadium to the upper deck. Sat his whole team in the upper deck and said, that walk right there is what our fans do every Saturday. They pay sometimes thousands of dollars to sit in this seat. You guys see the field from here? It's a bad seat. But they do it every single week, and they pay their hard-earned money to come watch you play. Shane Beamer does that stuff constantly. I think it's, if I were advising Lane Kiffin right now, I would tell him to do some of that, because most of what you hear from him is negative. Texas A&M game last year, had College Game Day, won the game, stadium packed, great crowd. Well, wasn't loud enough. The fans aren't coming to non-conference games. The building that they're currently putting $40 million in, roof is leaking during construction. Leaking to Chris Lowe about NIL not being good enough. Constantly complaining about a school that has given him more than they've given a football coach ever before, that gives him more freedom than any coach in the SEC has. It's fine to have the DGAF attitude when you are winning. People will accept that when you're winning. But now that you're not, now that you just won 8-5, which is what they went, maybe until you can play football games again, because that's what cures everything. Winning cures everything. The only thing that matters is winning football games. But I think it's time for him to show a little love back to Ole Miss. Be more visible. Be more seen. Be more about the people that are paying him $9 million after going 8-5. Because Shane Beamer's message resonates with South Carolina people. Their season, the regular season, same record as Ole Miss's. You know how those people feel about Shane Beamer, though? They would die for him. Ole Miss fans are exhausted by Lane Kiffin. I had a friend tell me,
South Carolina is taking 40,000 fans to Jacksonville for the Gator Bowl.
Yeah. I had a friend tell me last night, he's a season ticket holder and a Grove Collective member, and he's still going to do both of those things. But he said, it feels like we give, this is what he said. He said, it feels like we give him everything, and he still thinks he's too good for us. And I promise you, my buddy that said that last night is not anywhere close to alone in that feeling. If I were advising Lane, I would tell him to publicly care more. And it might help you in this interim time after you had a collapse, which is what this season was, and your program's going to go through some turnover before you can get it right. Messaging from the top of the Ole Miss football program has to change if he wants to curry some favor until he can start winning football games again, if that happens.